Well, this is great.
Oh, my.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It cuts, dices, purees, even whips.
Well, whipping's good, I guess.
Well, it's practical.
I think it's just great, Miss Jackson. This is going to be such a big help in my kitchen. I think I'll put it in there right now.
I think I'll help you.
Well, finally. Hope y'all like takeout. No, keep.
Oh, well, isn't that just great? 5 days before the wedding and our mothers still aren't speaking.
Did you notice they didn't even make eye contact all evening?
I don't know what to do anymore.
Me neither.
Well, the natives are hungry.
Need any help? I guess Johnny went to go check on Emmett, and I suddenly found myself in a room with some very unhappy women.
Welcome to the family.
All right, ladies, come and get it. Hey, soup's on.
Okay, does anybody have any ideas how we're going to get through dinner with Scarlett O'Hara and Sojourner Truth in there?
If I knew that, I'd know how to start my argument on reparations.
Reparations? Where is that coming from?
Well, Maxine Raymond came by to see me, you know, from the slave cemetery trial, and she had a historical scrapbook which had in it an insurance invoice dating back to 1860. Her ancestors were listed below the horses.
Yes, well, of course they were. They weren't seen as people, only property.
Hey, but Renee, to make an argument for reparations legally is...
Reparations? Who's on the public dole now?
Certainly not African Americans.
Oh, those kind of reparations. I read something about that somewhere. Sounds like a long shot to me.
Why do you think reparations are going to be a long shot?
Look, there is no way in hell that you are going to get every white person in this country to write every black person in this country a check, and even if it is the right thing to do.
Yeah, Collier, this is not just about money. There are lots of ways this country can atone for slavery. Let's start with an apology.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. One for you, and one for you. Now we're square. Can we eat?
If you go through with this, this is exactly the sort of thing you're going to be dealing with.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. In my wild, beautiful world, you will have flown. It's easy now, I'll be gone alone.
You've done a lot of stupid things, Collier, but tonight takes the cake.
I was making a joke, Mary Elizabeth.
I didn't see anybody laughing.
Oh, Mary Elizabeth, I got a couple chuckles out of Turk.
Oh, come on, Renee. I mean, you have to admit it was funny.
I don't think there's anything funny about giving $20 bills to all the black people in the room. I love Collier Sims, but tonight he was nothing but a horse's
Ass. Go ahead and say it. You think I was being an ass.
If it'd been anybody else, they would have called you a racist.
I wasn't being a racist. I was just making light of a subject that is never going to happen in our lifetime.
You don't know that.
What white person is going to pay for something that they had no direct part in?
That's not the point. It's about righting a wrong. This country was built on the backs of slaves. Hell, they even built a Capitol in D.C.
Oh, so now you want black people to play the victim so that the government or a group of white people can say, I'm sorry?
Sorry for what? Tell them the truth?
Insulting our friends, for starters, I want you to call them right now and apologize.
Oh.
You know, just the thought of some white person apologizing for slavery offends me.
Offends
You
you?
know, I don't even know why you're doing this, Renee. I mean, don't you have your hands full enough with the wedding? Baby, we haven't even started to write our vows.
You're right, the vows.
Yeah, but when?
Fine, let's do them now.
You're gonna do what?
I'm leaving with Grandma Otis to Atlantic City.
Over my dead body.
But, Mama, this is important. Now is protesting the Miss America pageant.
Then let them protest, but you're not going, and that's that.
They're going where?
Your mother is trying to drag your daughter to Atlantic City to protest Miss America.
What's wrong with Miss America?
Well, nothing if you're okay with the objectification of women.
The what?
Did you hear that? Did you hear what your mother is teaching her?
I'm leaving Birmingham and moving to California.
Is this some kind of joke?
Oh, no, Daddy, it's not. I've thought long and hard, and I'm moving to Hollywood and becoming a famous actress.
And what makes you think you can act, young lady?
Oh, well, if it doesn't work out, I'll just marry marry somebody rich. Whichever comes first.
Don't slouch, Renee, and stand up straight.
I am standing up straight.
Then stand straighter.
Mama,
These judges are looking for any excuse to throw you out. You are the first Negro applicant, and they're going to be hard on you.
I know that, but do we have to keep going over and over the same questions? I'm tired.
Tired? This was your idea to forego the black junior miss and enter the Miss Camellia pageant.
Renee, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
Come in, Mary Elizabeth.
Is something wrong?
Teresa's moving to Hollywood.
Hollywood?
She's gonna be a movie star.
Catch your breath, Mary Elizabeth.
I ran all the way over.
Let me get you some water, child.
We'll pick this up where we left off, Renee.
Hollywood? Oh, how exciting. Did your parents kill her?
Mama cried, and Daddy yelled, and then they said she could go.
You're kidding.
Can you believe it? In 3 days, she gets to travel cross-country in a beat-up van with a couple of her girlfriends, and all they said was be back in 2 weeks.
That doesn't sound like your parents.
No, it doesn't. Except when it comes to me, of course. I can't even go to Atlantic City with my own grandmother just to protest a stupid beauty pageant. Not that there's anything wrong with what you're doing. Remind me again why you're doing it?
To make a statement, remember?
I'm gonna make a statement, too.
Reparations.
Never heard of him. I'm kidding. I'm well aware. Slavery of blacks in this country was a vicious crime.
A crime that has never been fully acknowledged as such, apologized for, or rectified in any way.
Why do you think that is?
Congress won't even touch it. Every year for the past 10 years, Representative John Conyers of Michigan has presented a reparations bill to Congress to try opening it to formal discussion. Gets shelved every time.
And that's why we're here. We would like to give you the opportunity of opening a discussion right here in Adams County.
Why would I want to do that?
Because you said it yourself, slavery was a crime. Restitution must be made.
I don't think he said the restitution part.
Why did you come to me first?
You're representative to Adams County, home of church bombings and civil rights marches. This is the perfect place to begin reparations for African Americans.
You're also chairman of the Civil Justice Committee. As goes Representative Crowley, so goes the committee.
I know my constituents. They're not that interested in reparations. If you'll excuse me, I have another appointment.
We're just asking for a few minutes of the committee's time, Mr. Crowley.
Not gonna happen.
It's just time. It won't cost you anything.
Only if you can prove to me that my constituents are genuinely interested in reparations, and quite frankly, I don't think you can. Good day, guys.
How can you charge me $300 for rose petals when 9 dozen roses only cost $180?
I mean, it's me.
Well, let me tell you something. Cancel the petals, send me another dozen, and I'll rip the heads off myself. Thank you. Listen, honey, I really love you, but promise me something. Don't ever get married again.
I promise. Listen, I need a favor.
Sure. Tea?
Oh, no, I don't have time.
Good, because I don't want you to. I don't have a second myself. Listen, the head of the sociology department over at the university has called my boss over at the paper. He'd seen my article about the slave cemetery thing, and he told my boss that it's really important that he talk to me. Tell me something. Do you think the school could sue me for fudging on the facts or something?
You fabricated the story?
Well, of course I didn't fabricate the story. I did interview a lot of people. I might have made a mistake. I'll forget it. What do you want?
Listen, I met with Representative Crowley, and he practically threw me out of his office. He told me that nobody is interested in reparations.
Well, that's because he didn't talk to me. I'm interested in reparations across the board.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel about handing over a $50,000 check to Michael Jordan?
Well, I think I'd feel better about handing a $50,000 check over to somebody, say, like a black single mother with 4 kids and 2 jobs, because she's really suffered from racism.
Michael Jordan has suffered from racism. And what about Emmett? He's biracial. Is he only entitled to half? And how many generations should this cover?
Boy, this is complicated.
Exactly. Which is why I need you to write a column. Now, Crowley won't give me the time of day until I can prove that his constituents are interested in reparations.
You want me to write a column for you?
Yes. You put in exactly what I just said, that you heard Crowley's constituents are not interested in reparations, and you want to know the truth. You give them my email address where they can respond, and I need this published by tomorrow.
You're kidding.
Too soon? Why are you so resistant to this?
Do you remember anything at all about our last meeting?
With great clarity.
Then why are you having so much trouble remembering that Congress itself won't discuss reparations? If Washington doesn't feel it's important enough, why should Adams County? What you're asking me to do is waste taxpayer dollars.
No, what I'm asking you to do is to read taxpayers' emails in response to an article in the Birmingham Voice yesterday.
Timely article, wouldn't you say? Very nice touch.
Now, you told me that all I had to do was prove that your constituents are interested in reparations and you would give me what I want. Now, that's what I've done.
Of course there is interest, but if you read between the lines of these emails, you will see that the real interest is people's unwillingness to dig into their pockets and hand over their life savings.
And when did I say that that's what I wanted?
What do you want, Miss Jackson?
Time in front of the Justice Committee to convince them to go on record and discuss reparations on the floor of Congress. That's what I want.
That would satisfy you.
That and your support as chairman of the committee.
How many of these are there?
Enough to swing a precinct in an election.
I cannot promise my support, but I will get back to you on a time. And if you are serious about this, you will take it or leave it, because that committee is not an easy group to nail down.
You tell me when, I'll be there.
I'm not running away. It's just for the weekend. All you have to do is steal your father's car.
No, I'm not gonna do that. The last time I did that, I had to work on the guy's farm.
If you're that serious about this, why don't you protest here in Birmingham?
It's not the same thing. You know that. You get to go to marches all the time, even end up in riots. Well, I just ride here in Birmingham and watch the seasons change.
You know, Birmingham isn't so bad.
And marches and riots aren't exactly a day in the park.
That's why I want to go, and I finally get the chance. And neither of you take me seriously.
Hey, I take you seriously, and I heard some of those girls are gonna be taking their bras off. I could help you with that.
You are an inch away from death, and if you think I plan on being stuck in Birmingham all my life just to become a housewife, you're out of your mind. If Teresa can go to Hollywood, I'm going to Atlantic City.
For the umpteenth time, how are you going to get there?
I'll hitchhike if I have to.
That is such a stupid thing to do. You could get hurt in me.
I'll be careful, but I will show you that I can do just as many important things as you can. I'm going to Atlantic City, and neither of you could stop me.
What kind of a way is that to come into a house?
Emmy is out of her mind. I can't even tell you what she's talking about doing, but it's dangerous, and she's doing it anyway just to prove a point.
Something you've done many times.
That's the problem. She's trying to prove she can be like me, like it's an honor or something that I participate in marches.
In a way, she's right. It is an honor, especially when it leads to change.
Sometimes I just like to lead a normal life like Emmy. She doesn't have to worry about making statements.
What's this really about, Renee?
Every time I'm the first to doing something, it's always a big disaster.
That is not true.
Are we forgetting that my graduation was canceled because they had to make me valedictorian?
Yeah, and this year another black student was named valedictorian and the graduation went on as scheduled. Renee, you can't escape who you are. You can fight it, but you can't escape it. And Mary Elizabeth's gonna have to discover, just like you did, what she can and can't escape.
What if I told you I may have made a mistake switching pageants?
Then I tell you you're wrong. You're Renee Jackson, and this is what you do. Now you think that over. And know I love you no matter what you decide.
Elston, wow.
How do I look?
Oh, you look great enough to walk me down the aisle. You look incredible.
Who won the fight?
Well, I think it was a draw.
How does Turk feel about all this?
We've decided not to discuss it. Speaking of which, how did it go?
How did what go?
You know what I'm talking about. How was lunch? I mean, do you like him? Did he come on too strong? He does that sometimes. It's just that, you know, he's opinionated.
Yes. A little. And I think you two are perfect for each other.
Oh, yay. You two are proud. Up here, Mama. Come on up. Be glad that you and Mark eloped.
Elston, Lord, look how handsome you look. Oh, these are for you, Elston. Look, I want you to wear your father's cufflinks when you walk your sister down that aisle.
I love you, Mama, but I can't wear those.
Huh? Elston, what do you mean you Elston? What do you mean you can't wear those?
Mama, Elston.
Elston, where are you going? Honey, come back.
Hello? Oh, Representative Crowley. A special committee meeting. Great. Saturday at 11? No, that's not good for me. But no, what do you mean take it or leave it? I'm getting married on Saturday. Yes, I'll be there.
Ms. O'Brien, I'm glad you decided to meet with me. Glenn said that you were having second thoughts. Have a seat.
Professor Cronin, I just wanted to say that I conducted many interviews on both sides of this issue, and I tried as best I could to confirm all my facts. Perhaps I took a little dramatic license here or
Hold
there.
on, Miss O'Brien. Where's all this coming from?
Didn't you want to talk to me about my article on Slave Cemetery?
No. I just want to tell you how much I enjoy your work and to ask if you consider guest lecturing and teaching a class here at the university.
Me? Teach here?
There's an opening in the sociology department, and the class would focus on race relations. What do you say?
I would absolutely be honored.
Great. Now, all I need is a copy of your resume, college degree, a number where you can be reached.
College degree?
A Bachelor of Arts or Sciences. Doesn't matter which.
How about neither?
You never graduated?
From high school. Not from college, no, sir.
I'm sorry, Ms. O'Brien. I just assumed, based upon the caliber of your writing, that you...
Had attended college. No, the only higher education I've received has been from the College of Life.
Well,
I understand. Thank you. Maybe next time.
All she's asking you to do is to wear Daddy's cufflinks. She's behaving as if she's demanded that you renounce Mark and give up your child for adoption.
I am not.
You are too. Where I got the idea that I could ever argue reparations, I can't even get my mother and my brother to talk.
She's the one who stopped talking. The night that she found out that I was gay, she went to the back of the house and she howled like some wounded animal.
And you worked that out?
Only because I walked in that door with a grandson 4 years ago.
Elson, I say this in the most loving of ways. Honey, get over it. Come in. Come in, it's open.
Oh, Renee. Turk called again. He said he didn't mean to bother you, but the two of you have got to finish your wedding vows.
Oh, God, I forgot to call
wedding's
him.
tomorrow. I can't believe you haven't done them. Listen, you want me to write them for you?
No, thank you.
I'm just trying to be helpful. Elston?
Mother?
Have I ever told you what a wonderful mother you are?
Only once, when you were 5, because I let you eat an entire pint of chocolate ice cream.
I'm serious.
You're sweet. You're getting very sentimental because you're moving to Atlanta.
How'd you know that?
Oh, the same way you know to check on Emmett 3 seconds before he starts to cry. We're mothers. We just got that gene.
Before I got pregnant, Johnny had practically packed his bags for Morehouse. Shouldn't I do my part to help him get there?
You came in here to tell me what a great mother I am. Not that that makes me perfect, but it does kind of give me a green light to speak my mind.
When have you not?
Oh, so many times. Most recently, when I was speaking to Professor Cronin over at the university, who wanted to offer me a job.
What job?
A job teaching a class on race relations.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it would be. But it's not going to happen. He asked me where I got say, have one. Weird.
Make if you
college. And college is a lot more than just a piece of paper. And I'm not saying that a Johnny shouldn't go to college. I'm just saying you better think long and hard before you put your own life on the shelf.
No. The agency said a spring quartet, and the wedding is not tonight, it's tomorrow.
It's just a mistake, Renee. There's nothing to get your blood pressure in an uproar about.
Renee?
Fix this.
Look, guys, we don't need a zydeco.
I think the bouquet should go on the buffet. Mama wants it on the piano.
Well, it can't go on the piano. The piano's not going to be there tomorrow. Now what?
Sounds like she just found out the caterer is gay.
Mama? What is it?
That was a Waldorf salad.
The salad was on the phone?
No. Renee, that was a caterer. Listen, everything is going just as you planned. It's just that there's a small little problem with the Waldorf salad.
Listen, Mama, it's all right. All people ever really care about is the wedding cake anyway. And once they get a taste of that shortcake filling that you ordered, no one's going to even care about that silly old salad.
The shortcake filling that I ordered?
Oh, no, Mama, you didn't order the buttercream, did you?
I didn't order cake, Renee. You did.
Oh, no, Mama, you ordered the cake.
No, I wanted to order a cake, but you wouldn't trust me because of the buttercream.
So there's no wedding cake?
Oh, my God.
What's the matter?
My mother and my brother aren't speaking to each other. There are dead tulips in the living room and the Betty Ford marching band drooling in the foyer. At this rate, I'm going to have a sheet cake from the Piggly Wiggly and Snoop Doggy Dogg singing "Oh Promise Me" on the boombox.
Then let's elope.
Elope?
If that's the word for keeping the love of my life out of a straitjacket, yes, elope. Come on, Renee. What do you say?
Rise and shine. Your mother called me today at the crack of dawn. She was so hysterical, I actually thought she was speaking in tongues.
Oh, my God.
What? What is it?
I'm getting married today.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Only that. I thought you were having another heart attack.
Turk tried to talk me into eloping last night. I should have done it.
You probably should have.
Honey, I'm so sorry you didn't get that job at the university. You wouldn't have had to do all of this.
I did get it. I start Monday.
Huh?
They're giving me an honorary degree.
I'm so proud of you. This is one of your dreams come true.
Yes, it is. And one of your dreams comes true today, and I am here to make sure, come hell or high water, that it does happen.
Hell or high water came yesterday.
All right, look, it's 9 o'clock. You have an hour-and-a-half drive to Montgomery for an 11 o'clock appointment. If that only lasts for 1 hour, then you'll be back here by 2 o'clock, which is plenty of time for you to be dressed and ready when your guests arrive at 4. So get your ass out of bed. You've got a busy day. Not to worry. Everything's fine. Everything's under control. The florist has been called. The musicians are sober. Davis is on his way to the grocery store to get raisins, walnuts, and apples, even as we speak, because if Renee wants Waldorf salad for her wedding, she's gonna have it. Piece of cake. We don't have a cake, but we will.
What are you doing?
Calling my mother. I want her to bring every pan in the neighborhood over here and start that cake.
Your mama doesn't bake well enough to bake a wedding cake.
You know, there's a lot of things you don't know about my mother, and a lot of things she doesn't know about you. Perhaps today's the day to take care of that. Hello, Mama.
Come on, Teresa. Why can't you just let bygones be bygones and do me this one little favor? I will not tell Mom and Daddy you are going to California with me. They know you'd get out of the van as soon as we got to Atlantic City. Yeah, but California's nowhere near Atlantic City. Well, that's my point. Come sit. Why are you taking all these sweaters? It's hot in California. Because Miss Lana Turner was discovered wearing a tight sweater sitting on the counter at Schlub's drugstore on Hollywood and Vine. And we both know I have just as much talent as she does. Probably more. You're not coming back, are you? Of course I'm coming back. Yeah, but not in 2 weeks. You're planning on staying. Well, don't tell anybody this, but I'll miss you. Don't make me cry, Mary Elizabeth. I can run away, too. Don't you dare, Mary Elizabeth. You have everything to live for here. If I stay in Birmingham, I'm going to become some old floozy housewife in flats and an apron. And if I know one thing for certain, it's that I look good in heels. And I'm going to wear them every day of my life. Yeah, but I could wear high heels, too, but I would still be stuck here with a boyfriend who thinks that helping me take off my bra is supporting the women's movement. Well, a bra has to support something, doesn't it? Promise me you won't run away, Spaz. Your best friend Renee is here, and little Collier loves you. Doesn't get much better than that.
But would you really be comfortable being the first colored Miss Camellia contestant? I mean, after all, the camellia is a beautiful flower, and it's white.
It's also pink. I would be honored to be the first colored contestant of the camellia pageant. For just like a camellia, the rose is also a beautiful bloom. And doesn't a rose come in many colors too?
I know who your father is, Miss Jackson. Now tell me the truth. Do you want to be part of the pageant because of its glory and its delectation, or are you just out to prove something?
That's a very intelligent question, Miss Carrier. It's the scholarship award that I truly seek, for it is my goal to be the best woman I can possibly be. And isn't that the goal of every Miss Camellia?
Thank you very much, Miss Jackson. Please close the door on your way out.
Miss Jackson, I'm sorry, we're running a little behind. Why don't you have a seat and I'll come right out for you?
Oh, certainly.
Did I ever tell you about the nightmare story of Eleanor Fitzel and her meringues?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure you know not a speck of yolk in those whites. Oh, Sarah, I'm putting a little lemon juice on your apples.
Lemon juice? There's no lemon juice in Waldorf salad.
Well, you left the cut-up ones open to the air. The lemon will help them from turning brown.
You may know how to bake a cake, Catherine O'Brien, but you are no Martha Stewart when it comes to Waldorf salad.
Well, I could leave right now if you like.
Do!
Stop it! Stop it now. This is not about the salad and it's not about the cake. I do think you're both bigger than this. We've all made mistakes, we've all been hurt, but surely the two of you have learned something in the last 40 years to help you get through this day together. Now, could you please just talk? Just talk.
I appreciate your effort to apologize.
I know it wasn't much, and I'm sure I didn't do it right. But I'm sorry if I hurt you.
Yeah.
When? When I hurt you.
Good girls. Keep that up. Play with it. And don't forget, we have deadlines. We have a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it.
Meeting you was the best thing that could have... You are the sun, the moon, the... Oh, God, I'm losing my mind.
Collier!
In here.
Got your tux. What you doing?
Hanging this frame.
It's empty.
It's for your diploma. I'm so proud of you. And I'm sorry I kept you from doing what you wanted to do and stuff. You know, us having to get married. Put your life on the shelf and all.
Well, it's all worked out in the end, hasn't it? It's all turned out just exactly like it was supposed to. And we're together. And I love you. That's all that counts. You better squeeze into your penguin suit. We got a wedding to go to.
Okay, Professor.
Mama, I promise you, I am not going to miss my own wedding. We who? Catherine is helping you? Oh, no, nothing. Listen, I promise you, I'm going to leave here in 10 minutes, whether they call me or not.
Ready, Miss Jackson?
Oh, I'm on.
Miss Jackson, I would like to introduce you to legislators Hacker, McCulloch, Matthews, DeSantis, Dowler, and Rice.
The subject of reparations is highly complex. How do you suggest we even begin such a task?
Tax credits to blacks?
Urban funding for education?
White people making payments to African Americans.
And who qualifies? All African Americans or just those in a certain tax bracket?
Or every black person?
But every black person in this country is not African American.
Why don't you just begin and we'll ask questions as you go along. Miss Jackson, something wrong?
Yes. Yes, there is. See, I'm getting married today. A lot of friends and family have come together for the wedding, and They have brought with them an enormous amount of history and a whole lot of pain. And I know for a fact that the only thing that would bring them peace is an apology. A simple, I'm sorry, would open up the floodgates of understanding so that healing could begin on both sides. And I have seen the power of apology recently between two elderly women, one black, one white, who until this week have been at odds with each other for most of their lives. The simple acknowledgement of wrong frees everybody. Yes, I did that. Yes, that was done to me. The only way to stop the cycle of fear and shame is for all of us to stop pointing fingers at the other side and simply acknowledge the horrific genocide of life and rape of the human soul that has occurred. Even though slavery ended over 200 years ago, each and every one of us